Michael Jackson, everybody knows before he passed, he defaulted on his loan.
Mm-hmm.
An investor named Thomas Barak went in and bought the loan and allowed Michael Jackson to keep Neverland Ranch. I don't think many of your listeners know that, John.
Right. That's probably not something that you want to announce necessarily.
Well, the thing of it is, it's a strategy that helped Michael Jackson. Again, 95% of people don't know how it's done. It was simply done because Thomas Barak bought Michael Jackson's note from the bank.
Well, you know, since you teased us a little bit with that, and we're all trying to tell how this can be a very profitable strategy, I know you know the details. What was the mortgage, and how much did he buy it for? I mean, you might as well really tease. So, I mean, since we don't know about this anyway.
Well, again, Michael Jackson owed $22 million on the note. We will never know what Thomas Barak bought it for.
All right.
That's
so
our
we
secret.
Can't disclose that.
Can't disclose that.
I was hoping to know that. You can bet that it was at a huge premium.
It was a huge discount, no doubt. Plus,
the
bank didn't want the bad press. You know, can you imagine a bank foreclosing on Michael Jackson?
Yeah. They probably wouldn't put that in their weekend commercials. We foreclosed on Michael Jackson. No, not a good thing.
No, skip town what they need to do.
Right. So when owners can't make their payments, though, because I love that you brought this up, the house will go into default.
That's correct.
That's also when the banks are now motivated to talk to you.
That is the perfect time. And they can't form the solution. The reason why they can't form the solution is because homeowners are upside down, and they can't figure out why they should make payments on an upside-down house. So that's where we get the strategic defaults. Can't get the word out.
Right.
Strategic defaults. So, again, we go in and we buy the note. We go in and negotiate with them, and we try to modify the loan so homeowners can keep their house. That's a subject we didn't really talk about, but I want to make sure I emphasize that because that's exactly what I do.
Well, you know, and that's a fascinating one. I mean, how it is, the banks have certain protocols, I guess. There's things that are, you know, the investors have to vote on or you make them happy, where if you own the note, you are the investor. You're the only person you have to make happy, and you've got many options. As a matter of fact, we won't go into this too much now, but I know from your weekend investment seminar that I went to, and what you'll be teaching people, is that there are 7 different strategies, I believe. Am I right?
That's correct. There's 7 different strategies, 7 different ways we get paid when we own the note. But let me just say this. I can do a short sale so much quicker than the normal short sale. It will take me a matter of hours or a day to complete a short sale with a homeowner.
And you can almost sit down. It's almost a handshake thing, isn't it? You just sit down at the table and let's iron it out.
It's just me and the homeowner. That's it. Nobody else involved.
It's nice. Sounds like you've got the power and you've got the note. Is that it?
Well, when you have the note, you have the control. You own the debt. You control the debt. That's where the strategy works.
Well, again, we also mentioned this before, but I mean, I guess we're taking this a little bit probably out of order. But the reason a bank would do that, again, is because they have, you think about it, a bank's got thousands of loans. And if they've got, I hear in some places like HUD foreclosures, I think, are somewhere between 13 and 18% of the loans they have out there. That's a significant part of a portfolio. That's also a significant monthly income that they're losing on their investment, where they can turn that around, sell that paper, and as we said before, now they can invest that money and turn it into an asset that makes money.
Well, here's the problem, John. We got shadow inventory. No one really knows what that is, but it's a lot. We got strategic defaults. We got homeowners filing bankruptcy. The average day of a bank starting the foreclosure is 485 days.
Oh.
So they're clogged. And the only way they can unclog that system is to free the capital, get rid of those bad loans. Again, that's why the FDIC comes in and shuts them down. Bottom line, that's it.
You know, your 400-day number, that doesn't surprise me at all. I personally know some people that were in their house for, I think, almost 2.5 years.
I got one better than that, John.
Yeah.
I have a realtor friend of mine. She's been in her house 3 years. The bank has not foreclosed because the bank doesn't want to foreclose. They get another REO in their books. FDI comes in and shuts them down. So they'd rather not foreclose, keep the homeowner in the house, at least keep the house occupied, not being vandalized. That's another thing we didn't think of. That's a mess.
That's right. That's right. That was the part I was going to bring up. And I know another business, actually I had them on my show before, that takes care of vacant homes. But their whole reason why they get business is because of what happens with that house when it sits vacant. You'll have people coming in and tearing the copper out of the walls.
There's another cost for the banks.
Yes.
Can you see? I mean, I'm hoping the audience is understanding. Banks got big problems. They're the motivated sellers. That's why we go to them and ask for a discount. That's simple.
Right. That's right. Well, if you've just tuned in, you're listening to Real Estate Radio Sacramento, and I'm your host, John Lauer, and our guest is Terry Bontemps. Terry is revealing to us a little-known strategy to profit from in today's market. Terry's also made a special offer to all the listeners on today's show. If you missed it, stay tuned, and we'll repeat the offer coming up a little later in the show. This is some very important stuff. for us all to know whether we can take advantage of it or not, but it's just another option, another way to get into homes. You'd mentioned short sales actually a little bit ago. If you had the choice between doing a short sale and going through that process, and they are streamlining it, they are getting it down. I've heard them starting to get down 3-4 months, but I mean, it used to be over a year a lot of times. How long does it take to purchase a note from somebody?
John, listeners not going to believe this, but I'm going to say it twice. It takes a matter of a day to buy the note from the bank. You buy the note, that's it. Then you go out and modify the loan for the homeowner, reduce the principal. You work out some type of solution. We talked about the 7 strategies. There's 7 different ways we can work with homeowners to possibly keep them in their home.
That's incredible. And if you can't keep them in their home, unfortunately,
we work something else out.
You can work something else out.
Hey, John, let me say this, John. If Oprah Winfrey knew the way we were helping homeowners save homes, she'd definitely have us on her show.
Is that what is this, am I a step to get to Oprah? Is that?
I'll take you with me, man. You launch me today, buddy. Thank you. You know, this message needs to be heard, John, because people don't know this. Homeowners that are in foreclosure need help. Investors can also make a great investment by investing in these homeowners.
You know, it's oh, I lost my train of thought. Let's go on. I know there's some 3. You had me on a roll and then I lost it, so sorry.
No problem.
There's 3 myths about real estate investing. Talk to us about that for just a minute.
No problem. Actually, people think it's hard to work with banks, John. They think they need credibility. They think they need a lot of experience. If they were in their own shoes, that would be the myth. But once I teach them all these things, how they can leverage my skills, leverage my abilities, leverage my training, leverage my hedge funds, changes their world.
Yep. No, that's awesome. I'd love to hear that.
Thank you, man.
Well, hey, tell the listeners again about your special offer that you've generously decided to offer all my listeners today.
Good. If you're excited about what you're hearing today, I tell you what, you guys, you really need to get the free ebook because it goes more in depth, more in detail about what is being done every day by hedge funds, affluent investors, high net worth individuals are buying these mortgages. Again, with the same purpose of what I'm talking about, helping homeowners in foreclosure, and they're great investments for your portfolio.
All right, thanks, Terry. Again, the name of that book, the long name of that book, is How to Prosper and Safely Make Your Fortune in Real Estate During the Mortgage Meltdown. Well, Terry is only able to slightly touch the surface today on the benefits of buying the mortgages from banks. So he has a way for you to learn more as well. That's coming up. We'll tell you how to learn more. You're listening to Real Estate Radio with John Lauer on 1380 KTKZ.
This program is brought to you by the Real Estate Radio Network. Visit realestateradio.us for more info. That's realestateradio.us.